Alright, so continue on. So you're going to see I draw a line here of where we need to stride, but you can see if I kind of go back and forth with our feet that we don't stride, we're not striding straight ahead. You got to make sure you see at that land foot, you can see how we're beginning to stride out more towards third base. And that's going to make us not hit the entire outside part of the plate. So make sure as you stride, kind of stand in with pitchers as they throw their bullpens. You can kind of stand in and work on kind of taking a good pitch and a good taker. As they throw their bullpens, you can kind of work on taking pitches but making sure that you're striding straight ahead. So really be cautious of that, because if we're not striding straight ahead, things will begin to fall apart in our swing, and you won't be able to hit certain parts of the plate. The other thing you'll notice too is as I go to swing that your barrel begins to drop. So when that front foot lands, you can see how much that barrel kind of falls on you right there. And it's very important for us when we're swinging to keep that barrel up. So as I kind of stride here, you want to make sure that that hand stays nice and tall and that barrel angle goes here. So as I do my land foot, you can see how your hands really drop down low. And what that's going to do is it's going to create an uphill angle for you when I hit. And that's something that we don't want. At this point of our swing, you want your hands to be in this position with the barrel angle here, and then you're going to have you're going to want to work downhill this way when I swing, but you can see that I won't. I'll be working more uphill. And you can see that barrel of that bat kind of drags here, and I kind of work this direction. And that's going to be very important when I work on my swing to focus on going downhill. What I would do is I would get kind of a T like this, and we call it the high T drill. What you can do is you can just take a T and have it about waist high or so, and have the ball up on here. So you'll notice how I have to get my hands kind of work this way to the ball. But right now you can see how I'm going to be underneath it and kind of hit the middle part of the T and have those hands kind of fall on me. The other thing we got to focus on too is as I go to swing, that your bottom arm is barring out and it gets straight too quick. You can kind of see here that this bottom arm is straight. At this point of our swing, you should have this nice bend in our hands, and that's going to create to have your hands more back in this area, and that arm kind of not locked yet. So you want to have your arms look like this when you're making contact, but you can see the ball has not arrived yet. The ball's still out here, but you've already locked out that bottom arm. So that's very important in regards to our swing, is to making sure that this doesn't get locked out too early, because that's going to take away power. So you want to get your arms extended out in front of your body and not back here when the ball is not there yet. So those things are vitally important in regards to our stance, where our head is, or when our knees are bent, our levels change, the angle of our bat, our stride foot, our hands dropping. And those are going to make a big difference in regards to our swing, of why sometimes we miss underneath the ball compared to being on top. So the end of your swing is pretty good. I would want to turn this backside just a little bit more in regards to at the end of our swing. That back foot kind of just didn't really turn at all or rotate. Your front side is good. One thing I would do a better job of is keeping your head on the ball. You can kind of see that your head's out looking at the ball a little bit. At this point of our swing, I would make sure that the head is really looking down at the baseball, and that's going to make us very consistent. So what I used to do is I used to take a ball and just kind of place it out here on the dirt, and I would take my head and just look down at that ball after I'm hitting it, and not even look where the ball goes. So those are the 5 or 6 things that I would work on in front of a mirror, on a tee, off the batting cages. These are all going to make huge differences in our swings, to make sure that I'm extension at contact and not extension too early. And this is going to be some hard work. This is going